Hello everyone, today we are learning application security with YevSec. During the design phase, in-scope requirements are translated into a detailed description of what the application should look like and how it should function. This includes both functional requirements, which describe how the application should work, and security requirements, which impose certain restrictions on how the application should not work. Let's discuss security controls on the design phase. Design review. Work with engineering team to make sure that requirements were properly translated from the requirements phrase and security requirements were not missed. Also, considering that at this stage we have much more details, we may have additional security requirements. You also should be ready for various questions from developers about security requirements implementation. Threat modeling. This is part quite voluminous and may deserve a separate course, so we will focus on the essentials. At the first, decompose the application and create the data flow diagrams. Focus and analyze all important information, including internal dependencies. Ensure that scoped or namespace packages or their equivalents are used for all internal dependencies. This minimizes conflicts and potential dependency confusion issues. External dependencies. Every application relies on external libraries or services. Analyze these for potential vulnerabilities, ensuring that they are up to date and come from trusted sources. CI/CD configuration. Continuous integration and deployment configurations should be scrutinized. A misconfigured pipeline could introduce vulnerabilities or become a target for attacks itself. Entry points. These are the interfaces where the application receives data. It can be a web form, an API endpoint, or even a file input. Identifying these helps us guard against injection attacks, among others. Exit points. Just as important are the exit points, where data leaves the application. These need to be monitored and controlled to prevent data leaks and client-side attacks. Assets. What are the valuable data or functionalities in your application? It could be user data, payment information, or proprietary algorithms. Identifying assets is crucial because these are the primary targets of attacks. Trust levels. It's obvious that not all users or systems interacting with your application should have the same access. Make sure that principle of least privilege is implemented. Perform a STRIDE threat analysis. STRIDE stands for 6 pivotal categories of threats that every system can potentially face. Let's dive into each one. Spoofing. It's all about deception. This is when an attacker pretends to be someone or something they're not, often to gain unauthorized access or trust. Examples include attackers spoofing authentication processes through stolen passwords, compromised certificates, intercepted MFA responses, or forged signatures and tokens. Tampering. This pertains to unauthorized alterations. It's when something is modified that shouldn't be, potentially leading to data corruption or unauthorized data manipulation. Examples include scenarios where attackers modify integrity hashes or sidestep access control lists, ACLs, to enact unauthorized changes. Repudiation, a tricky one. It's the act of denying something that was done, whether it's true or not. This can be especially concerning when users dispute transactions or actions they indeed initiated. Certain things that in place against repudiation, like logs, auditing mechanisms, hashes, and digital signatures, can also be a target. Information disclosure, one of the most feared threats in the digital age. It's when confidential information is exposed or leaked, breaching the confidentiality agreements and trust. Such breaches might arise if encryption standards are defeated or if ACL are overridden, revealing sensitive data. Denial of service. Imagine your application or service being rendered useless. Attackers do this to prevent a system from being available or fulfilling its purpose, causing disruptions and potential financial impacts. Common tactics involve inundating a system via ACL circumvention, depleting resource quotas, saturating throttling systems, or triggering circuit breaks. Elevation of privilege, a silent threat where actions are executed without the right permissions. It's when users or processes gain more access than they should, potentially leading to devastating actions. Horizontal and vertical privilege escalations are good examples here. To effectively navigate threat analysis, we must understand the core concept of risk. At its heart, risk embodies the potential repercussions of a threat. This potential is defined by 2 primary factors: the likelihood of a threat materializing and the subsequent consequences if it does. To quantify this, we use probability of threat, X, impact to the organization. After assessing prevalent threats, vulnerabilities, and attack vectors, we turn our attention to use and abuse cases. Through this analysis, we identify potential vulnerabilities that could act as catalysts for threats. It's crucial to note that abuse cases aren't merely hypothetical scenarios. They highlight potential gaps in our defenses or areas where protective measures might be absent. Once threats are identified, we embark on the task of ranking them based on potential risk. Envision risks as scales oscillating between impacts. Through these measures, we derive a prioritized threat list, our guide for risk mitigation. These threats find their place within categories high, medium, or low risk. In the ever-shifting landscape of cybersecurity threats, it's imperative that mitigation tactics not only evolve but also remain agile and adaptable. From an application's birth to its deployment, security measures should be seamlessly woven into the development pipeline. This integration allows for proactive responses to threats and ensures that security isn't an afterthought, but rather a continuous, evolving process powered by various cutting-edge security solutions. Now, let's address some frequently asked questions. Design review should be performed for all features. This is usually done for all important, complex, or security-related features. When should threat modeling be performed? Ideally, at the beginning of the design phase and periodically throughout the development lifecycle, especially after significant changes. Why is threat modeling crucial in the SDLC software development lifecycle? Conducting threat modeling early in the SDLC helps in proactively addressing potential vulnerabilities, thus reducing the chances of security breaches. I hope this video gives you a basic understanding of how to bring security to your design phase. Take care and see you in the next videos.